everybody! Jason here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, streaming on Treaty 7 land, home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuu Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda Nation, along with the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Welcome back to Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free, and then you start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd. Yep, it's getting closer by the hour, but fundraising goes all year round. Extra Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 12 years now. It's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate in the links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Mastodon. And I'll soon put it up on Threads too. In 2023, over $183,000 is raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on. If you are one of the first 1,000 Extra Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom Extra Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Okay, it's Wednesday night, 10 o'clock, time to party. Okay, thanks again for tuning in for tonight's installment of Raid the Arcade. Tonight I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. Let's just dive right on in. Okay, so then if you tuned in on Monday night, you would have seen that I would have picked up some of the quests leading through all the various side trips that I'm going to do. But I think that probably I'm at the point where probably some of these side quests will lead to the DLC. Maybe some will, maybe some won't. Maybe I'll just end up getting some stuff that I'll need for the for the DLC, or maybe some big weapons to face off against Omega and the big bad at the very end. But let's all find out together. Okay, let's see. Where to go first? Let's see. Which one is the... Yeah, let's go to the Odd Hill Docks, because there's another quest there. Aiming high. Oh, this should be rather easy. Of course, that's famous last words. Okay, we need oil from Odd Hill. Let me just double check. Joshua is now in my party, so hey, congrats. You can do these fetch quests with me. Let's see, where... Hey, here it is. Yeah, if you need oil found, I'm your guy. Well.
It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Okay, let's see. So... there'll probably be another one somewhere around... Okay, let's leave them alone. Maybe they don't... Maybe they won't see me. But considering that we gotta comb this place... Oh, you know what? Let's waste them! Stealth attack! Yeah, that was easy enough. Okay, let's see. where could... I thought I could parkour over that. Let's... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There's the rest of the oil. I'll bet.
This should be enough.
Okay, so where to next? Again, let's take a look at places that are relatively close by. So let's see. Let's see. Yes, that's right. Let's take a look here at. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, let's head over to the Dalamil Inn first, and let's see. Okay, it looks like there's actually quite a few quests that I could pick up here first. Let's see. Defeat of Desertori Korova. Oh, I can actually do this right here. Okay, looks like this will be closest, so let's make tracks.
Welcome to Dravosh, Sid. Our gate's always open for you and yours.
Gotta go the other way. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I would really like for them to implement a mini-map.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
Yeah, let's just hug the canyon wall. Okay. There's... Yeah, that looks like... There's the desert tour. That one could be it.
It looks like we found him. Too slow. Nice try.
All right, nice, haha. Yeah, that's right. You can only hit these guys in the front. Could still freeze them. Aha. Yeah, right in the face! Yeah, that's it. Take him down. Okay, I think we can finish him off. Yeah, take that, Gamera. But Gamera is friend to all children. Adamantoise shell, a key item. It is believed that adamantoise will grow a thin new layer to its protective shell once every 2 moons. Considering many of the creatures live for hundreds of years, it should come as no surprise that the shells of older specimens can be several hands thick and weigh over 50 stone.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Hey, Mid.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
And some shipwright's tallow. A thick, noisome lubricant. Let's read that again. A thick, noisome lubricant made from the rendered fat of sea beasts, commonly used by shipwrights on the cranes and winches they employ in shipbuilding.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
And a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would they... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog. Don't look at me like that, Clive. I already apologised to Blackthorn. Miserable old bugger. Besides, you can't expect me to keep track of every nut and nail floating about this place. It's a mess.
What have I told you about keeping track of your toys?
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you 3 can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
I did it with my Transformer
That's
toys.
Good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid. Back for another part. We've got screws and bolts and nails and knobbles and noodles and
And lots of other random crap.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly. She's just preoccupied. Well, did they have it?
Okay, so the brass cogwheel, an overlooked component of Mid's deconstructed scales. Its purpose remains a mystery to all but Mid. But you know it's not a mystery? You can play games and heal kids. It's 10:15, so that means that this is just a quick station break to say that you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... well, you just wait and see. That should do it.
Oh, proof of concept.
Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to the Métis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Okay, quest complete. Oh, level up! Ding! Level 47. Oh, now I've got a model airship in my chambers. I thank you very much, Mid.
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
Okay, true story about finding buried treasure. Many years ago, I read about how a 20-sided die from Roman times was found and was about to be auctioned off. Nobody knew what the game was used for, and the sides were all faded and worn, so nobody could make out the symbols on it. But it proved that the ancient Romans were gamers. So one thing I was thinking about doing was echoing a line from the Indiana Jones movies. Like, you see this watch? I bought it for $5 in the bazaar. But put it down in the desert, bury it for 1,000 years, somebody digs it up, it becomes priceless. So what I thought I'd do is that I actually bought a D20 from a game store with the intention of burying it somewhere in Calgary, leaving it behind for future generations. And now, by saying this out loud, there's a chance that this data will be saved at some point in the future. But I never got around to doing it. I think I still have that D20 somewhere, but again, I never got around to burying it as a little message to whoever in the future might be wanting to pick this stuff up. Okay, so let's take on some more side quests. Let's see. Looks like there's 2 in here. It looks like I can get them right both here at the obelisk. So let's pick them up both. Side quests, one and all. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's clear that.
Welcome, welcome.
Okay, what do you got that's new? Oh, Will of the Darkness. Gungar will damage. Oh, that could be nice. And of course the orchestra rolls are so freaking expensive. Okay, what I'll do then is that I'll top up on potions. Else? Thank you so very much.
A fine choice.
Let's see, and I think I do have some stuff that I can sell. Crafting. Valuable can be traded for gil.
Got anything else for me? Ah, not bad. Go safely.
Thank you, noble shopkeep.
The bearer of the burning quill is within, my lord. Prithee enter.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we be at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way, it shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Signed, your father.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Okay, this is a good place for our station break since it's coming up to 10:30 here in Calgary. So you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. All go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. X-Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. Unclean Games help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of X-Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good, and you can donate in links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on. If you're one of the first 1,000 X-Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom X-Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or, once again, if you'd like to support my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, I just dropped my link in Twitch chat. Every dollar helps, every share helps. Okay, let's get right back into side quest action with Final Fantasy XVI, right here on Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. But first, this word from Extra Life Canada.
Why I Extra Life? I Extra Life to make a difference. Through Extra Life, we're able to bring in thousands upon thousands of dollars for our hospital foundation. When we raise money for the kids, like our champion kid Nico, we're able to make a difference in their lives by being able to have a facility where they're able to get the treatment they need in our own province.
You sign up online, you pick the hospital you're going to support, raise money for family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, etc., and then play games.
You can go to extra-life.org for all the information you need to sign up and start doing Extra Life yourself.
It's just fun to do it. You can build such a community with friends, like some of my lifelong friends I've met through Extra Life United and stuff like that. Whether you do a big production or a small little game night at your house, there's so many options and so many ways to do it, but it's accessible to everyone.
It's a great community. Everyone's in it for the same reason. They're all playing in support of kids' health or playing games for kids that may not be able to.
Doesn't matter if you fundraise $10, $100, or $1,000. Every dollar really does help.
You don't have to be the most hardcore of gamers to get involved. If playing games is something you enjoy doing, and it's something that you're already doing, Extra Life is the way to take it, embrace that fun, and do something more than what you could do yourself. Be proactive, jump at it through Facebook, through extra-life.org. Reach out to your local hospital, they'll know more. Hop onto the Extra Life Discord, find local gamers. If your hospital doesn't have a guild, get out there, form one, and just keep going.
And we're back with Final Fantasy XVI right here on Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. Okay, I think that there is another fetch quest right behind me, possibly right in there. Let's head back on in and pick it up.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart. When last I heard from him, the third chair was bound for Mickleburg. If you mean to seek him out, my lord, I can think of no better place to start.
Yeah, Cyclopedia of Elysian Fabulosity, Pentateuch of the Crystalline Orthodoxy, the Ledgers of Gilbert the Great Lender, and the Collected Hymns of Grieger.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
This is the Required Tree, an archive where we of the Undying collect and collate our findings. Fragments of Ultima's true nature surely lie buried within these pages. We have only to unearth them.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the other books here on the shelf. Lord Ciro, acolyte stations across Valencia reported a curious change in the primeval structures we have come to refer to as monoliths following the fall of Drake's tail and the change of the skies. Allow me to present the preliminary findings of our archaeologians' investigations in these monoliths most near at hand. We were able to visually confirm the activation of the structure in the northern reaches of the Velcroy, but the sandstorm forced our temporary retreat. We make a second attempt when the wind drops. In Dragos Deep, our team was able to make direct contact with the monolith. However, no further change was observed upon touching its surface. Oh, that's always bad. Nor upon dealing with several stout blows with both fists and blade. Yeah, it didn't respond when we touched it, so we tried punching it. That's always smart. Whatever the purpose of its activation, it would appear to be other than that of the defensive echoes we've encountered among prior relics of the fallen and their predecessors. We should continue investigations into both the monoliths proper and any historical writings that might refer to them, and inform your lordship forthwith that should they produce any discoveries of note. May the phoenix's flame burn ever in your heart. Domage, Second Order of Archaeologians. Let's see. Anything else around here I should read or pick up or anything? Oh.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why, not so very long ago, a society committed to discovering how one might cast magics without a catalyst was found to be operating throughout Valisthea. They were denounced as heretics, rooted out, and driven from our shores, never to be seen again.
Yeah, and a chance encounter with one of those types not too long ago. Okay, First Order of Archaeologians, Dalmekian Wing, 53rd Monthly Report. Item 1. Further discoveries were acolyte and cons within the recently displaced mountain dwellers' remote settlement. The diminutive tribe's main village appears to be in receipt of regular deliveries of supplies from Hugo Kupka's Men of the Rock. On inquiring of the locals, it becomes apparent that they have the deepest respect for the one they call Lord Kupka, but whether he has merely bought their loyalty or some deeper connection between tribe and Titan remains unclear.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
The griffin your father meant to slay is currently nesting in Titan's Wake, not far from here. Slay it in his stead, and claim the Heartstone that he could not.
Okay, looks like it's time for a hunt.
South of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Oh, I thought I got rid of that. I thought I got rid of that marker. Okay, yeah, it might actually be faster to get a little bit fast travel here, and then let's make our way over there.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
I don't like it. It's quiet. Too quiet. Oh, I'll bet that's it.
There it is. The House Rosfield.
Okay, staggered, let her rip! Okay, it's 10:45 here in Calgary, so you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. If you want to play games and heal kids, go to www.extra-life.org. Okay, he's almost staggered.
Nice try.
Bam! Yeah, that's how we do things downtown.
Nice try.
Oh, high potion. Oh man, that was close. Oh man, this guy means business. This is really not the most graceful fight I've had. But the quarterback is still toast. Yeah, so we got the Heartstone. Griffins suffer something akin to the crystal's curse, but their flesh slowly turning to stone over a lifetime of channeling ether. Unlike Barris, however, the effect is far more gradual and limited to a sakura in their hearts, the slower progress of petrification resulting in the formation of a gemstone of rare beauty.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Okay, we here, boy.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning. I remain your faithful servant, my lord.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Okay, now we visit the Archduke's Memorial. Let's see. On Hawkscry Cliff. Let's see. See where there's a will. Could it be somewhere around here? Ah, here it is. Yeah, it looks like it's just right over there. Okay, I'll finish up this side quest, and then it'll be time to wrap things up for the evening.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Farewell. You're finished.
Yeah, just killing some bugs. Of course, there's an impassable thing in the way. Just make sure I'm going the right way. A mini-map, my kingdom for a mini-map.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us. As we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Alright, and I got the rusted battle helm, another item from my chambers. Archduke Elwin's helm, worn during his victorious campaign to quell the Northern Uprising. War is coming, my boy. We must make ready. Joshua's joined Clive's party and will remain with them until departing for Origin. Okay, well, it's 11:01 here in Calgary, so that is a good place to wrap things up for the evening. So, you've been watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This was a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and coworkers. It'll all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd. Yep, it's getting real close, but fundraising goes all year round. Extra Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate in the links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 is raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on. If you're one of the first 1,000 Extra Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom Extra Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life or would like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or once again, if you'd like to help my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, I just dropped my link in Twitch chat. Every dollar helps, every share helps. Well, thanks once again for tuning in for tonight's installment of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. I'll be back Friday night at 10 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you so much for tuning in and for your support of Extra Life. And as always, kids can't wait. Good night, everybody.